Typically, people call 2 phone numbers before they call the cops. They'll call like a nearby neighbor. You know, say like he has a buddy that lives down the street. Like, oh my God, did he come down there? Is he at your house? I can't find him. Or people will call like their significant other. Say like, you know, you're working and she's at home. She may call you like, I can't find him. I don't know what to do. Da, da, da. A lot of times people do that out of panic. So a lot of times about 2 minutes are wasted just in that. Those what I call nonsense calls. So then you call the cops, right? Now, how long do you think before the cops get here?
Probably 20 minutes.
20 minutes? Okay. That sounds about right. So we spent 10 minutes looking for him, 2 minutes on nonsense calls, call the cops, 20 minutes. So that's 32 total minutes. 32 minutes that we haven't seen him. Imagine where I could be in 32 minutes. If I went and jumped in my van and took off in any direction, I could be pretty far in 32 minutes. Even scarier, some of these sex offenders that live less than 5 minutes away, that is 26 minutes alone with one of these freaks down the road in their basement.
Right.
Okay? So I know if it's one of my kids, I want to get that missing kid call out immediately. I want no delay whatsoever. That's where these kids come into play. Literally, hours are wasted gathering information needed in order to start the search. So these kits contain all that vital information. God forbid a child goes missing, everything that you need in order for them to go ahead and start that missing kid call. So I'm going to show you. We're going to fill these out. Well, actually, you guys are going to fill these out later for each kid. If I can ever get the fingerprint strip out. Always wants to fall out on me. Here it goes. Every time. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to put their name here. Birth date, male, female, height, weight. Do this in pencil. Obviously, they grow. Once a year, you're going to take this out and update it. You're going to update the height and weight. Eye color, hair color. Now, with the girls, it's important to put their natural color. That's actually the first thing kidnappers do with little girls is to dye their hair. There's actually registered sex offenders. It's the violation of the parole to possess rope, duct tape, and hair dye in their motor vehicle. Reason being, if you have hair like me, why do you need a big thing of Revco hair dye?
Right.
Other than for that reason. With boys, they shave their head. Do you guys know Pittsburgh Mills Mall? You ever been there?
That's out 28, isn't it?
Yeah. I live out there.
I've never been there, but I've passed it.
Gotcha. I go there. I live right near. I go there all the time. They have this big indoor play area for kids, and there's a toddler part. It's all soft play. It's awesome. It's free. You can just bring your kids there whenever. But about 3 years ago, there was a 2-year-old boy that was kidnapped from the play area. The mom realized he was missing after about 20 seconds. Right away called mall security. Now, the Fraser Police Department, the actual like municipal building and everything is in the mall up there. So 3 police officers and 3 mall security came running, okay? They were there within a matter of seconds. Right away started running throughout the mall looking for the boy. Now, if a kid goes missing like at Walmart or something, they literally press one button, all the doors lock, no one comes or leaves until the kid's found. At a mall, that's not the case. Malls are actually very dangerous places because there's so many ways in and out. They have to manually lock doors. Some doors have to be chained. So as they're running around, locking all the doors, searching for the kid, they found him, okay? About 10 minutes later, he was in the men's room by the food court in a bathroom stall, huddled in the corner. He had completely different clothes on, and his head was shaved. Literally, about 12 minutes after he was reported missing, they found him in the bathroom. They think what happened is some dude scooped him up from the play area, went in the bathroom, shaved his head, changed his clothes, went to leave the mall, saw the mall was on lockdown, ran back in, threw him in the stall, and got away.
Right.
Crazy. And I tell this story like 30 times a week, and I go to that mall all the time, and I think about this all the time, and I see people I know at the mall that I've told the story, and the more and more I think about it, the most messed up thing about it is just the premeditation involved. That guy went to the mall with a change of clothes for a 2-year-old boy and a pair of Charge Clippers.
Right.
Like, it wasn't some schizophrenic guy, like, the world's gonna end, this is Jesus, I need to take this boy. No, he went to the mall planning on an opportunity to kidnap a kid and disguise him and leave with him. And he almost got away. The kid was 2 years old, nonverbal, could give no description. The guy completely got away.
Right.
Crazy. Malls are scary places. Keep your kids close. Next is going to be address. You want to have the address where they live. Also, if they spend a lot of time anywhere else, you want to have that address too. Say your mom watches the kids all the time or something like that. Also, once kids are a little bit older, 10, 11 or so, they prefer to have other addresses that are familiar. Once kids are like 10, please always just assume runaway. Okay, so they're going to want to eliminate familiar addresses. Say your daughter is a best friend in the neighborhood over, they're going to want to go there first. Okay. And also, you gotta think about it. About 90% of the time, police get missing kid calls. While they're en route, they get another call saying the kid was found. He was up in the bedroom with his earbuds on. He was at the neighbors. He was in the woods. He was hiding under the porch. He thought it was funny. So a kidnapping kid call, some dude in a clown mask grabbed my kid and drove away is very different than we were in the kitchen, he ran out the porch, now we can't find him.
Right.
So they are going to come, but you have to understand if something else is going on, that's going to take precedent. If there's a domestic violence call, if there's a traffic accident where people are injured, things like that, police have to go first. Because again, chances are they're going to get a call saying we found him. You know,
right.
They know other people. It's not in quote unquote emergency. Okay, so we're keep that in mind. Addresses, like I said, I went over that, familiar addresses. Next is blood type. It's important to know your kid's blood type. My eldest, he actually wiped down his bike real bad, sliced his eyebrow, literally like in half. It was so disgusting. Paramedics came and they said, does he have any allergies? Do you know what his blood type is? Boom, I knew because of the kid.
Do you actually know your kids?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Maybe.
How did you find it out?
Well, all my kids were born in McGee, and
Okay.
they actually put blood types on the birth certificate.
Okay.
If not, you can ask the pediatrician. You can ask, if they don't know, you can have them typed at the pediatrician, and they also sell in-home kits at the drugstore. You can type, but then you got to do the pricking and stuff.
Right.
So
I was just wondering because I had a girl ask me that yesterday because I always say that. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I always recommend listening blood types and stuff because she's like, how did you find out your kid's blood type?
Mm-hmm.
And I just lied. I don't actually know it. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, her mom.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't.
That's how you find out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some hospitals
So
put it on. Some hospitals put it on the birth certificate.
Okay.
Or you can ask the pediatrician. Or
That's
you
what
can,
I said. I was
That's
like, I
what
think
I
you could
say,
just.
pediatrician,
I was like,
yeah.
yeah, you could just ask like probably the PCP or pediatrician or
Yeah,
whatever.
and they'll type them.
She's
if they
like,
don't know.
really?
Yep.
I was like, I think.
Yeah, it's just it's good
Her mom
information
did
to
it.
know. The reason why they need to know for the kit is in the event they find a crime scene, it's the quickest way is to match by blood. Also, if the child's injured when they find them and they require blood, they're still going to type them, but they already have an idea and they can give the hospital a heads up. You know, the kid's O positive, whatever. Next is medications. This is more for like life supporting stuff, things that kids that's going to impede their functioning, like insulin, albuterol. If they're on psychiatric meds like lithium, Prozac, stuff like that. Hopefully your kids aren't on anything like that, right?
Right.
All right, great. Some kids unfortunately are, but serious medications. You don't have to put down antibiotics or anything like that. Next is allergies, illnesses, medical information. Allergies, the big ones are latex and penicillin. Those are what rescuers might have whenever they rescue them. So I also say strawberry, peanut butter, things that can cause like anaphylactic shock, like the serious ones. Have those listed. Medical information. This is more just mostly if your kids have any sort of physical impairment. Unfortunately, some kids have like multiple sclerosis, cerebral palsy, things like that. Obviously, that's important information you want to have listed. Again, I hope your kids don't have any of this whatsoever. Also, if they have a psychiatric diagnosis, such as like ADHD, bipolar, depression, things like that. Hopefully, your kids they don't have good, awesome.
Yeah.
I feel so bad when people tell me so. All right, your kids are healthy, good to go, awesome. Next section is Social Security number. Now, I don't actually recommend putting that in the kit, but you want to have quick access to it. I personally